Hi, this is Mercer Parker, and we will be talking about comparing the two mollusks of the giant squid and the colossal squid. The Latin name for this giant squid is going to be the Architeuthis. The phylum is Mollusca, which these both are molluscs. The family is going to be Architeuthis. The genus is Architeuthis, and the species is going to be Adex. The giant squid has a few predators because of its size, but the most notable predator that it does have is going to be the sperm whale. Scientists have found giant squid beaks and other undigested parts in the sperm whales, and there are scars on the sperm whales that only the size of a giant squid could leave. It has been shown that sperm whales tend to win over giant squid, that giant squid don't have undigested parts in them of sperm whales, and that sperm whales have undigested parts of the giant squid. So the sperm whales are more likely the ones eating them, while giant squid are probably just eating some parts of them. Reproduction and feeding. The giant squid only reproduce once in their lifetime. The spermatophore in females, which sticks out through a funnel, can be up to 7 feet long, and this injects into the female's arm. Researchers aren't exactly sure what happens from there, but they guess that it just travels through the arms and it fertilizes the eggs. Although the female then releases the eggs into the water in a jellied clump called an egg mass. Giant squid feed through their long tentacles that are twice their body length, which is pretty long since a giant squid is fairly long, 30, 40 feet sometimes. And they eat mostly other squids, either some of their own kind or even smaller squids, and then a bunch of just deep water fish from the open ocean. And once food is caught by the suckers and teeth, the tentacles break it down in their arms, and they usually attack their prey from below. The giant squid have a large range. They're usually found near continental and island slopes, from North America to the southern Atlantic near South Africa. In the first diagram, you can kind of see that they're usually found around the coasts mainly. I mean, you can see them a little bit in the open ocean and deep ocean in the Atlantic. They're very rare in tropical areas and polar areas, as you don't really see them anywhere up like super far north, and you don't see them any super far south by Antarctica. They usually live in about the aphotic zone, or otherwise known as, what we call the deep ocean. So as I talked about, the first diagram shows where they live mainly, and then the second diagram shows how deep, and then the zone that these giant squid live in, which is about 1,000 meters or deeper, so it's going to be like the aphotic zone where no light really gets to. Shape, body parts, and morphology. The giant squid is very similar to all of the other squid and smaller squid. They just have the head, a mantle, other features associated with cephalopods. It is characterized by the 2 large fins attached to its mantle, 8 arms, and its 2 long tentacles. Giant squid have 2 feeding tentacles, 2 eyes, 8 arms, a beak, a funnel, and then of course the body and the head. Giant squid can reach all the way up to 43 feet, which is pretty long. Although new ways of measuring, they are reaching up to 66 feet, which is even longer, which, if you think about it, is crazy and probably the biggest that you've ever really heard of an animal being. The diagram shows the biology and the shape of the giant squid. It kind of labels everything. It shows you their long feeding tentacles, those two, and just kind of shows you everything of the biology of it. Okay, now onto the colossal squid. The Latin name for the colossal squid is going to be the Messiochotilus hamiltoni, and then the phylum, of course, is going to be mollusc again, as these are both mollusks. The family is going to be Cranchindae, and then the genus is Messiochotilus, and then the species is going to be M. hamiltoni. Okay, colossal squid predators. Colossal squid have been known to prey on large fish such as the Patagonian toothfish and sperm whales, along with the giant squid. Sperm whales are known predators, of course, of the colossal squid in the Southern Ocean. Reproduction and feeding. There's not much that scientists can find on the reproduction cycle of the colossal squid, as they are so deep in the ocean, even deeper than giant squid. All squid lay eggs, so the eggs are laid in clusters. It is believed that the males have a large penis to implant sperm directly into the female, although scientists have only seen female colossal squids to be able to look at the females and see like their reproductive system, and haven't been able to test or see any of the male reproductive systems. The colossal squid also feeds on the Patagonian toothfish and smaller squid using bioluminescence in the deep ocean. Bioluminescence is like a glow-in-the-dark light for them to be able to see, to be able to find other fish and animals to be able to eat. They also eat the Antarctica toothfish. Around the region of Antarctica, there's squid remains found in the colossal squid, showing possible cannibalism. Cannibalism is basically when one animal eats another animal of its same species. Alright, colossal squid, they tend to live below 1,000 meters, although juveniles have been found between the surface and 1,000 meters, so they are more likely to be the ones that are being studied than adults. They've been found in waters around the Antarctic Ocean, and like right by the Antarctic. They're primarily found south of 40 degrees, south on, if you measure it. The first diagram shows where the colossal squid are found in degrees. It's got lines of basically where they are found, and the second one shows basically where they are found on an actual map in relative locations. Alright, shape, body parts, and morphology. The colossal squid is the heaviest living invertebrate. The colossal squid is the only one in its family with hooks on its arms or tentacles, which makes that one unique compared to the giant squid as well, because that one, the colossal squid, is the only one that has that. And then, of course, the colossal squid has the same common features as the mantle, head, 8 arms, 2 tentacles, 2 fins, and gills. The colossal squid also has the largest eyes documented in the animal kingdom ever. Okay, so now to compare and contrast. There are a bunch of similarities and differences, but the colossal squid and the giant squid both have the same predator of the sperm whales. They also have the same morphology, as of all do, of just the head, the mantle, 2 fins, 2 arms, 8 tentacles, and a pair of gills. They also have the same predator of the sperm whale because they both feed in the deep ocean, and they both live in the deep ocean of 1,000 meters or below. They both are in the aphotic zone as well. Okay, so the differences. The colossal squid is bigger in weight and size than the giant squid. And the colossal squid is also the largest invertebrate and cephalopod to live, which makes it the biggest all around of all of the squid, especially on the giant squid. Giant squid live near islands in Africa, while colossal squid near the Antarctic. Colossal squid are probably in, I'd say, colder waters, as they are in the more Antarctic zones. And giant squid living near islands in Africa are more warmer areas, so they're going to be warmer waters. Colossal squid are also more rare than giant squid, as we could see that scientists couldn't really find much out about the colossal squid, especially when it came to the reproductive system. And the colossal squid can use bioluminescence to find food in the deep ocean, while the giant squid doesn't have that feature. Although the colossal squid has that feature, as they do live a little bit deeper in the oceans, where it's going to be darker and you're not going to see anything, so you need to be able to find food to be able to live. The colossal squid and giant squid breed differently. The colossal squid is going to lay their eggs, while the giant squid just releases them into the water. So it is a little bit different, but it's similar because they both are releasing eggs out into the open ocean water. Alright, thank you for listening. Bye.